In an opinion piece in USA Today, the president of the National Education Association wrote, in her words, the White House pressure campaign presents a false choice between the health of our students and the health of our economy. Joining us now, Lily Escalson-Garcia. She's the president of the National Education Association. Lily, it's good to see you. We had Dr. Scott Gottlieb on earlier, and I actually asked him in reference to your piece and to this upcoming interview, is there enough money? Could there be enough money? Where should it come from, and how should it be spent? Because his op-ed piece in the Journal today is schools can open safely this fall, and he has some guidelines for how we could do this. Can your view and Dr. Gottlieb's view be reconciled in terms of if there's enough money and if it's done the right way?
Well, we know where it was done correctly in other countries that, ironically, Donald Trump has mentioned, in Denmark, in Germany, in Australia. And the first thing they did was they said, you've got to get the infection rate down in the community to a place where at least for 14 consecutive days, you see that you're controlling it. No one has opened schools safely or unsafely. No one has even tried to open schools where you have an infection surge the way we do. And we're talking weeks away for some school districts. But here's the bottom line. It is going to take resources. That's the first thing that completely confuses educators is we've been working on plans for months and months when Donald Trump and Betsy DeVos weren't saying a word. We were saying, okay, to open a restaurant safely, they're saying you've got to distance kids. You've got to disinfect in a very specific way. You've got to have health checks. You've got to have people tested and traced if you're going to put them in these small classrooms. I have 39 sixth graders in my little class with one window that opened. No one was saying it's safe to just rush back in and stuff 39 sixth graders sneezing on you with runny noses. Right. Bottom line, we can plan for these things, but Donald Trump wasn't talking about where's your mask, your disinfectants, plexiglasses, split sessions. He was offering zero leadership, zero help on all of the things that we're going to need.
Okay. Just getting back to the places that would qualify with the 14-day that you're saying, you have a fundamental disagreement with Dr. Gottlieb then. He's well aware of where the infection rates are. He knows all the numbers. He knows exactly what's been done in the countries that you're pointing to. His op-ed is schools can open safely this fall. So you and Dr. Gottlieb just disagree about what needs...
I didn't read the piece that you're referring to, but I will tell you that it's going to look very, very different if you're in some rural community that has no new infections, and if you're in Miami-Dade. So that's the other thing that I take great exception to with Betsy DeVos and Donald Trump. All schools, all students, all day, just like you left it, and with no resources. I don't know if the doctor you were talking about was saying he thought that was a good idea.
He has a list of things that would work. I mean, he points out that as far as people most at risk that the children aren't, he wants to do it so that you don't have nearly as, maybe you stagger days so that you don't have 39 kids in a classroom. But if you did have the money, you want PPE, where would you like, how much money do you need to do this safely? And where do you think it should come from? Federally? And what would you use it for because there are people that will argue there's reason to try and get the schools open for a lot of reasons, for kids and for adults.
I'll answer. There's no one who wants their kids back in those schools more than their teachers, maybe their parents, but we miss our kids. We are going crazy doing things on Zoom calls. Like I said, it would be really hard to do what I did with all of my sixth graders on a Zoom call, especially those now who may not have Wi-Fi in their home. There are some kids at an absolute disadvantage. We are desperate to do this right and do it safely. And so there is an act that was passed by the House, and it's sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk. It would send billions of dollars to your local school districts to help with all of the things we're going to need to do this safely. He's sitting on it. He went on vacation, and we don't know why we rushed to get the money to businesses. And by the way, NEA supported that. Those were helping the families of our students. Why wouldn't you give a public school the same consideration you gave Shake Shack? We need all hands on deck. And I have to say this. I have seen Donald Trump bully generals and senators and governors into doing things they knew they shouldn't do. He knows nothing about American educators. He doesn't know the school nurse, the lunch lady, the school custodians, the school board members who were elected to make these decisions.
Right. Well, thank you.
We us into doing something to hurt our students, and that's the bottom line.
All right, we're just looking for solutions here on how to actually get it open. But we understand you have some strong feelings about people currently running things, running the show. We got it, Lily. All right.
All right.
All right, Lily. Lily Escalson Garcia, thanks.